Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another video on things Welsh people say, part 2. The first video I did got quite a lot of views, so I just picked things from the comments of that video, lots of suggestions of things Welsh people say that I missed, and I put it all together to do this video. And in case you're new here, I am not Welsh, I'm Brazilian. I'm married to a Welsh man. We've been married for about 7 years and I've lived in the UK for 10 years. In Wales, we've lived on and off for 3 years. So my accent is a mixture of lots of things, but most people seem to think that my accent is more similar to Welsh, and with good reason. And I think the fact that I'm not Welsh, doing a video on things Welsh people say, can make it a little bit more interesting because I'm kind of an outsider insider living in Wales, not being Welsh. I kind of notice things that most Welsh people have said all their lives and never knew it was quite a Welsh thing to say. This list was collated from the comments in my previous video. A lot of them I don't say myself, but I'd love for you to tell me in the comments below if you say them, and I'm going to try and do my best Welsh accent. Hope you like this video. If you do, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Now let's get straight into the video. So the first thing Welsh people say that I picked up from the comments in my previous video is mind. Welsh people say mind at the end of sentences, so it would be something like, it is mind, or I don't know, mind. And I can't make this sound natural because I don't say that naturally, so I'm trying to hear in my mind how I've heard other people say. I don't know, mind. It is mine. I'm still trying to make it sound natural, but because I don't say it, it just sounds really weird. But yeah, apparently a lot of people liked that comment, so I'm assuming a lot of Welsh people say that, and I have heard that. The next thing Welsh people say is something that I say all the time, and it's kind of a state of agreement. And I saw that in the comments and immediately I realized that is so Welsh. So it would be in a case, for example, someone would say, so why don't we go to Tesco instead? And the other person would say, oh, there we are then. Or for example, when you're looking for something forever and you say, oh, I found it, and the person who's been looking for it with you or been around you will go, oh, there we are then, or there you go. The then is optional at the end. Sometimes you can hear, oh, there we are, without the then, but more often than not, I will say, there we are then, or there you are. Let me know if you use that. Another thing Welsh people say, which had a lot of likes in the comments from my previous video, is like. Using like at the end of sentences or at any point in sentences. Like is used at any point in a sentence, and it's kind of a filler word for I don't know what. You could be saying something like, well, like, to be honest, like, or I was just having a coffee, like, and then I started doing something else, and it probably doesn't make much sense if you're not Welsh. Like is a very common thing that you hear in a sentence in Welsh without people even thinking like that they're saying like. So yeah, that was a bit too much. Another thing that Welsh people say is replacing why with how. Now this one that I saw in the comments, I will admit, I don't think I've seen too often, but there were a few people who liked it and who said that they say it. So it would be something like, I'm gonna lose my job, and instead of saying why, Welsh people would say how. So yeah, let me know if you say that one. I'm not too sure about that. This next one isn't a thing that Welsh people say, it's just the way Welsh people say this word that I think sounds quite unique. So you know these things here, how would you say it? Welsh people say tooth, not tooth, they say tooth. And if I'm not thinking about it, and I'm talking to a lot of Welsh people at the time because my accent tends to get stronger when I'm talking to Welsh people, I will say tooth. But most of the time I think I say tooth, and yeah, tooth is very Welsh. The next one is man. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it would be something like stop it man, or where you going man? And I've heard that quite a lot. I don't say it, so I struggle to say the things that I don't say with a proper pronunciation. So yeah, it's M-U-N, I'm assuming it's man, and it's very, very Welsh. I don't think I've heard that from my English friends or friends who are not Welsh. The next one is something that I've heard before. It's not something I say myself because I learned English as a second language and this just sounds so wrong to me. And it is to say, do me a favor, will you? And yeah, if you're learning English as a second language, this sounds so wrong because it is wrong. You should say, will you do me a favor? Or can you do me a favor, but not do me a favor, will you? Yeah, I've heard that said here in quite a, colloquial way. I don't think most Welsh people say it, but I have heard that. Next one is, where to is it? I don't say that, but I've heard loads and loads of people say it. It's kind of one of those things that just roll off the tongue quite easily. Where to is it? Especially like taxi drivers, when I get into a taxi, they usually say, where to is it? And yeah, sounds really strange if you've never heard it. The next one is saying, not gonna lie, or I'm not being funny before you give your opinion on something. I've heard this so many times here in Wales. Let me know if you've heard it as well. I don't hear it so much outside Wales, but yeah, a lot here. Not being funny, but it's definitely quite Welsh. This next one, I'm gonna try my best to do my best Welsh accent. So, Welsh people would say, hiya, alright? I probably murdered the Welsh accent. Depending on where in Wales you're from, you'd probably say hiya, alright, or hiya, alright, but it's always hiya, alright, hiya, alright. I don't know why, I feel so weird saying that. This next one I use a lot, and it's when you're in conversation with someone and you're expressing kind of like empathy for something that someone did or something funny, like usually with kids as well. So when you say, oh, my child brought me like a Mother's Day card that they did it themselves, and you go, oh, love her, oh, love her, or oh, love you, you can say that as well. It doesn't mean I love you, or it doesn't mean I love her. It's just kind of like a, I don't know, like a warm, I don't know how to describe it, just a way of reacting to a situation with like empathy. So yeah, you'd say something like, someone said, oh, my feet are hurting so much, and you go, oh, I love you. And that can be quite misunderstood if you're not Welsh, and I think it also, like any English students out there who are learning English and someone says that to you, you might think, oh, why do you love me? Or why do you love her? But it's not said in that way. It's just in a way of like expressing, I don't know, empathy. That's like the best description I can find for it. And the last one is actually like a two-part one. And this one, said with a Welsh accent, is so, like, I hear it so many times, and it is to say, what you doing, or what's occurring. I know it's kind of a stereotypical thing to say about Welsh people, but a lot of people still say what's occurring or what you doing. I hear that so many times. So let me know if you say any of these things, and if you think I did a good enough job with all these Welsh sayings and pronunciations, and comment below, because if I've got enough things, I might do a part 3 of things Welsh people say. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends for a giggle, and subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!